Hello student, I am Sangeeta Mansukhani and this is the video number 14 and this video for class 11th, and in this video I will be explain textual exercise question. So let us start. Question number 8. While sulfur dioxide and hydrogen peroxide can act as a oxidizing as well as reducing agent in their reaction, ozone and nitric acid not only as oxidants. Why? Sulfur dioxide like SO2. So SO2 oxidation sulfur is +4 and range of the oxidation number of sulfur is from +6 to -2. So sulfur dioxide can act as a oxidizing and reducing agent. Okay. Then ozone, hydrogen peroxide, and hydrogen peroxide H2O2 and oxygen oxidation number here -1 because hydrogen +1. So here hydrogen peroxide, so peroxide way, because in oxide way oxygen -2, but peroxide oxygen have -1. So here oxygen oxidation number of oxygen is -1. So the range of the oxidation number of oxygen from 0 to -2. So oxygen can sometimes attain the oxidation number +1 and also +2. So H2O2 can act as a reducing and oxidizing agent. Third given example, ozone, O3. And O3 oxidation number of O is 0 and the range of the oxidation number of the oxygen is from 0 to -2. So the oxidation number of the oxygen only decrease in this case. So sulfur dioxide and hydrogen peroxide and ozone. So we have to see decrease and increase. Okay, and nitric acid. Nitric acid HNO3 and oxidation number of nitrogen is +5. Okay, and the range of the oxidation, nitrogen have +5 because hydrogen +1 and oxygen -2. So nitrogen have +5. So the range of the oxidation number that can have is from +5 to -3. So oxidation number of nitrogen can only decrease in this case. So HNO3 act only as a oxidant. Then ninth question, consider the reaction. Consider the reaction. So why it is more appropriate to write these reaction. First reaction given, 6CO2 plus 12 H2O and convert into the glucose and H2O and 6O2. So suggest a technique to investigate the path of the above A and B redox reaction. Okay, so first step, H2O break give to the H2 hydrogen and oxygen gas. Okay, then here 2H2O give H2 and O2. H2 produced in the earlier steps reduced to the CO2. First hydrogen reduced to the CO2 and convert into the glucose and water. So the net reaction 2H2O convert into the 2H2 plus O2, and here second 6CO2 plus 12H2 convert into the glucose and 6H2 combined. Here you see here 12H2, okay, 2H2O. So multiply this reaction 6, so equal, so 6CO2 plus 12H2O and then convert into the 6H12O6, 6H2O plus 6O2. Okay, then because combine the water molecule. So this is the suitable way to write the reaction, as the reaction also produce water molecules in the photosynthesis process, and the path can be found with the help of the radioactive water 18th instead of the H2O, because find the which water molecule used and then form in the product way. Then second reaction, second step, O2 is produced from each of the reactant, O3 and hydrogen peroxide. So that is reason O2 is written two times. First O3 breaks to form O2 and O. So step second, hydrogen peroxide react with O produced in the earlier steps and produce water and O2. So ozone dissociate, break O2 and O, and then hydrogen peroxide react with oxygen, so convert into the water and O2. So combine together H2O2 and O, O3, and then in product water and O2 and also O2. The path can be found with the help of hydrogen peroxide radioactive way, 18th, and ozone also O3 18th. Okay. Then question number 10th. The compound AgF2 is unstable compound. However, if formed, the compound acts as very strong oxidizing agent. Why? So AgF2 is unstable compound because here you see oxidation number of Ag in AgF2 because fluoride -1 and the Ag is +2. So but +2 is very unstable oxidation number of Ag. So when AgF2 is formed, silver accept an electron and forms Ag+. So first electron accept and convert into the Ag+. And this decrease the oxidation number of Ag from +2 to +1. Plus state is more stable. Okay, so this decrease the oxidation number of Ag from +2 to convert +1. So it is +1 state is more stable. So it is act as a very strong oxidizing agent. Question number 11th. Whenever reaction between an oxidizing agent and a reducing agent is carried out, a compound of lower oxidation state is formed if the reducing agent is in excess, and a compound of the higher oxidation state is formed if the oxidizing agent. So justify this statement. That is means if the reducing agent, so it is represent lower oxidation state, and it is in if oxidizing agent, so it is represent higher oxidation state. So when there is a reaction between reducing agent and the oxidizing agent, so compound is formed which has lower oxidation number if the reducing agent is in excess, and a compound is formed, and higher oxidation number, so if the oxidizing agent is in excess. Okay, like example, P4 and F2 are reducing oxidizing agent both. In excess amount of the P4 is reacted with fluorine, like C, excess amount of the P4. So PF3 form. So it is here oxidation number of phosphorus is +3. But if P4 is less and F2 excess amount, so PF5 would be produced. So that is means, and here oxidation number of phosphorus +5. Okay, so second example, potassium and O2 act as a reducing and oxidizing agent respectively. So here if potassium excess react with O2, so K2O-2 form, and here oxidation number -2. And if potassium react with excess of the O2, so it produce K2O2, and here oxidation number of oxygen -1. Third example, refer the reducing agent and oxidizing agent. So if we take carbon excess amount and react with O2, so form carbon monoxide, and here carbon +2 oxidation state. And if carbon is burnt in excess amount of O2, so CO2 is produced, and oxidation number of carbon is +4. So one time oxidizing agent and second time reducing agent. So it is the three example of the justify oxidizing agent and reducing agent.